Okay, we're here with Abayomi. He's going to give us the Bermuda take on mangoes, but that's really not fair to say it's the Bermuda,
It's my take, not the Bermuda.
Yeah, because if you were relying on your experiences with mangoes in Bermuda, it would be pretty narrow, right? There's just a few varieties there, and you come to Florida often, and you go to other parts of the world too to taste mangoes. Not exclusively to taste mangoes, but you definitely have had a long history with mangoes, right?
Definitely, yeah. Like I said, nine years here in Florida, and I counted the other day, and I got up to 200 different varieties that I've actually tried over the last 9 years.
Whoa.
I have a mental list of my top 50 that I can reel off at any moment in time, but I won't bore you with that. But yeah, I definitely, suffice to say that Florida mangoes that have been cultivated far and away, dominate that list. I've had mangoes in many Caribbean countries, African countries, Hawaii, all over the place, and yeah, nothing so far is coming close to what I'm experiencing here.
Oh, great. Well, hopefully we won't disappoint you, but we've got a few project mangoes here, and a lot of times I like to sample a variety at two different stages of ripeness. And so the first one is Ugly Betty, and that's a variety that I like a lot, and this one somebody else sampled it first. And so that's usually what I eat all day long, are the things that I can't sell, and the animals have a very good way of selecting the very sweetest mangoes. And so we'll try it at two different ways. When I cut out a spot that has been eaten, I always go to regular looking flesh, because then the taste is right, and also I don't have any accidental protein. Anyway, so here's Ugly Betty that is a little bit less than ripe, and it's juicy and it looks great, but the skin is green.
Right. It's juicy, definitely. It smells good too. Refreshing is what I would call it. It's not super sweet, but you can taste the potential of it to be actual.
So does that remind you of any variety?
Ugly Betty.
Oh, okay. Have to write that one down.
No, it doesn't remind me of anything in particular.
Well, Carrie is one of its parents.
Okay.
And so it does. Here, I've got some.
Oh, thank you.
Very beachy or whatever tropical napkins here, but I can sort of taste the Carrie in it, but it's got a slightly different texture, and it's got some other flavors that Carrie doesn't have. Carrie is, of course, this is a little bit underripe, but has like a heaviness to the flavor, and this is sort of a brighter flavor, I guess. So this looks like it's at a completely ripe stage. So let's try this one out.
Thank you. You can smell the difference. But similarly, not super sweet, but that floral kind of, almost like a flower looks and tastes type of.
To me, this one has a little hint of Julie flavor in it.
Okay.
I don't know if you catch. Isn't that really for you?
No, I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't, but yeah.
Now, at what stage do you prefer?
Probably somewhere in the middle, actually. I think this is probably slightly going too far. This is one probably slightly under.
Okay. We just happen to have something right in the middle. Let's try this out. This looks like it's probably a day
Thank you.
riper than the first one.
Okay.
So let's see how that goes.
The smell is different again.
Now this is, it's sweet and it's got a real smooth texture. Not like an Indo-Chinese texture, but it's very, melting kind of thing. But to me, this stage has more flavor.
I agree.
That greener stage.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that of the three, the greener stage actually. So the vermin were correct.
Yeah, those squirrels, where they know their mangoes.
Those tiny little brains, and they know what to do. What's wrong with people, anyhow?
Yeah, they've got their priorities. And it's not, I used to think, they would just go after the closest ripe mangoes. Oh no, they definitely have their preferences, and they go for the tastiest and the most aromatic ones.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you on that one, and them in this case.
So, we have for the first time Edgar.
Oh, the first time you've had it?
Yes,
here?
yes.
Wow.
And so, that's one that we haven't sampled out yet because of it being a.
They can fall a long ways.
It's definitely one of my favorites. In fact, I have a cousin who lives in Lake Mary.
Uh-huh.
And she won't allow me to come to Lake Mary unless I bring Edgar with me. She's married, but she says this is her boyfriend.
Yeah,
so
Edgar's part of the family. I tasted this one. It's a little bit underripe, and this is actually a really good level of ripeness for me. It has a couple of spots on it, and it doesn't taste like it's overripe at all.
No, that tastes great. Yeah, don't let the spots. People shouldn't let the spots run off. That's and it's just so smooth. You can eat that all day.
So, anything that you can that it reminds you of this particular variety?
No, not really. I mean, I just kind of think of it in its own right. Doesn't really prompt me, but maybe I've just had too many varieties.
It doesn't remind you of number 97?
I don't think I've had 97.
No, on your list of 200.
I had number 11, but no, yeah. No. It's good.
Just trying to
see what it matches
see what
up to.
the flavors that are near the skin. It often is really good that way. Well, let's do K3 next. K3, of course, is also named Kathy, but K3 is the position in Gary Zill's grove of the tree, the original tree.
Thank you.
It's a really productive variety.
Now, did I get it right that this is also polyembryonic? Can be?
I do not know that.
I saw that somewhere, but which surprised me. I didn't think it was. Again, the smell is totally different. And
So, I really should have looked up the parentage of all these. I just ran out of time today. But it tastes like Zill Chinese is one of the parents.
I think I need to try a Zill Chinese to remind myself. You okay?
Yeah, I just got a little tickle in my throat.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
And Zill Indo-Chinese, by the way, is number 6 on my list of 200.
It wasn't the sixth that you the sixth variety you tried, but it ranks 6 from the top.
6 from the top, yeah.
All right.
So definitely a very, very good mango.
So anything to add about K3?
No, it's fibrous, smooth. It's a good mango.
So where's that rate in the 200?
It doesn't actually make my top 50, believe it or not. But that doesn't say much because my top 50 is pretty bulletproof.
Okay, so this is should be a little bit tart. It's sweet tart, but it is not completely ripe.
Thank you. Different again. Yeah, it's not tart. Almost tastes like apricot.
A little apricot flavor. Yeah, again, no fiber. And yeah, very sweet. Even when it's not this ripe, it's sweet and tart. It's not just tart. And when you don't want the tart flavor, you just let it ripen more and it gets sweeter and sweeter. So apparently this one still has more sweetness in it if we just let it ripen a little bit more.
No, I found them to be fantastic. I mean, I found them to be, maybe it's just the stages of ripeness, quite variable over the years. But on balance, yeah, it's number 5 on my list.
Number 5?
Just ahead of Zoo Indo-Chinese. So it's a phenomenal mango.
And it produces well in all sorts of different climates, and so and every year
really? It's consistent?
it seems to be for us.
Okay, good.
So there's a lot of pluses. It is a fairly small mango. It becomes larger if you thin the clusters of mangoes. But this is a fairly typical size. I've seen some that are closer to closer to that size, but for us that's about the range.
Okay. I surprised because I have seen them quite big some years, and it threw me off. I didn't even realize they were sweet tart. They were so big. But yeah, certainly variable in size, variable in flavor, but always good, just different from year to year. And we do have seedlings of it, so I'm quite glad to hear that it is a consistent producer.
Yeah, hopefully they'll start producing for you soon.
Yeah, we'll do all kind of tricks and girdling and different bits and pieces to try to encourage them in their production. So.
Yeah, the act of grafting should be help accelerate the production of the variety or the particular tree.
Yeah, we've done some work. I mean, my friend Carlos, who's traveling with us now, he's much better at grafting than I. So what we've done is taken some cuttings off of seedlings and reverse grafted them onto mature trees to try and get the mature tree to, get it to produce earlier. So,
because you've mentioned your ratings for a few of these mangoes, I'm guessing that sweet tart would be one out of this selection that you would, out of these 4 varieties, you would like sweet tart the best?
Oh yeah, if I had to pick one, I'm biased, but yeah, I'd go with sweet tart. Edgar to me was very good, and I also like the least ripe of the other varieties as well. But yeah, I gotta pick one, then I'll go with sweet tart.
Okay. Well, thanks very much.
Thank you. I very much enjoyed that.